And agree with you that it could be as a result of a combination of sources, one of which I believe is the proximity of Benue State to the river Benue itself. And because of that, we're looking at more of a natural situation rather than a human problem. Don't you think so?
Sorry, I think I've...
Yes, I said because of the proximity of Benue State to the river Benue, it's very likely that this water is coming in from the river itself more than it will be from the rains or as a result of human activities that blocks the drainage.
Yes, thank you very much. I have already said that it is both natural and human, man-made. Natural in the sense that water has come, and water is beyond human control. It must come, whether we like it or not. You've already talked about the river, our closeness to River Benue and other, small rivers around. We have a lot of them in Benue. So man-made because over the years we have overlooked, we have ignored what we should be doing. And that's why it is necessary. And perhaps other states will learn from what's happening in Benue, that when government says the people should do something, it is good that the people do it. Benue people are wonderful people, and I want to commend them. If you go to Benue now, you would see people are being their brothers' keepers. A lot of help is coming from those who are not affected. People are rendering assistance to, they are taking their loved ones to their homes and providing them shelter and food and even clothing. So Benue people, I commend them for this. But beyond that, we have to act from now going forward. Dropping refuse in drains.
My apologies, let me just butt in here. Because right now you are asking for that 1.6 billion also to be extended to Benue State. I'm wondering, what has the state been able to do, knowing fully well that this occurrence, you said it happened in 2013, before 2013 we know that it has happened previously so many times. What is the state government doing? Because this rain or this water, it's an upsurge, it's an upwelling of coastal waters. It is going to happen time and again in the future. So how positioned is Benue State to protect the lives of the people, possibly have a different kind of structural plan for buildings within that area?
Yes, a lot is being done. Since the flood came, Governor Samuel Otom has not rested. He has been going he has gone to all the affected areas, not just once. He has been there twice and more to see the people and tell them that, look, my government is standing by you. We are with you in this trouble. We will not leave you alone. The governor has been doing a lot with his deputy, Engineer Benson Abonu. And Governor Otom has set up a committee headed by the deputy governor, Benson Abonu. And the secretary of that committee is the executive secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency, to see that that relief is provided immediately to Benue people. And as a long-term plan, I've already talked about it, we are requesting that the federal government includes Benue on its list of states that will benefit from the ecological fund. And if the fund comes, as I have said also, Governor Samuel Otom is very transparent. Once he receives the money, he will tell Benue people, this is how much I have received, and this is what we're going to do. Already, the strategies are on. The experts of Benue in the Ministry of Environment are mapping out strategies on how this will be done. Relief, what we are doing now is to provide immediate relief to Benue people. And after now, a long-term plan is underway to see that what has happened now does not repeat. And I promise you, if the federal government, and I'm hopeful that if the federal government provides Benue the funds for to address the ecological problems, this money will be prudently managed by Governor Samuel Otom and his team, and Benue people, as God will provide, will not witness what we are witnessing this year.
Well, we sincerely hope that, this flood will recede and, you're able to do some work and, this At least it's not something that we should be seeing on a yearly basis. But looking at other issues now, you have said that yes, there's been a scarcity of resources. You've talked about salaries, how that has taken a larger part of the monies that the Benue State government has been getting. But right now, we also understand that in Benue State, the NLC has threatened, I think, a one-week warning strike starting from next week to press home their demands for remuneration. They say that their salaries are being owed. What is the true state of things as we speak?
Well, let me, first of all, on behalf of Governor Samuel Otom, commend the organized labor in Benue State. They have been wonderful. And if I don't commend them on behalf of the governor, I'm not being sincere. They have displayed solidarity with this government. And you know why? Governor Samuel Otom, the day he was sworn in, he made a decision that has never been made in Benue. For the first time in the history of the state, the organized labor has been brought to the same table with the government. The labor unions, the leaders of the labor unions, every month sit with the government to look at the books, the financial books, how much the state has, how much came in from Abuja, how much has been made internally, and so that's why you've not had a strike in Benue up to this moment. So we have to commend them.
So what's informing their change of mind now?
That's why we are just appealing that they don't go on this strike, because the government has been doing all it can to pay their salaries. The reality on ground is that Benue does not have the money to pay salaries now as and when due. What Benue gets from Abuja is far below the minimum, the wage bill of the state. The wage bill of the state now is 4.1 billion at the state level and 3.7 at the local government level. And what Abuja gives Benue at the state level for state is an average of 2 billion, 2.5 billion. So you already have a shortfall. Now, if at the local government level is around the same figure. So every month, Benue has a shortfall of about 2 billion. So when this became at a point, Benue received 1.3 billion as allocation. And the revenue, the internal revenue, when Governor Otom came in, he decided to implement the revenue law, and there were cries all over the place. The people complained that. So what the state did, what the governor did was to call labor and said, look, what is coming from Abuja is no longer enough to pay salaries every month. What do we do? Should we pay you half salaries? Labor unions themselves said, no, we don't want half salaries. They said, the governor asked them, okay, what do we do? They suggested that the allocation that comes this month should be added to the next month, and the salary of 1 month is paid. So every 2 months, workers of Benue receive salaries. Now,
I will let you, land on what precisely has gone wrong, because the picture you're painting is that the workers have been involved in terms of what is in the allocations that have been coming into Benue. But we have to find out, why are they changing their minds? In just a moment, please stay with us.